RJ, okay. Echo, okay. So today we're doing a bus tour. All my electrical and mechanical and tire things, that's all, I'm still struggling through all that, and I decided it's time for a bus tour. As far as power goes, I've got a power station on my desk. I've got a power station under my fridge, and I've got a power station on top of my closet, and I'm supposed to have a power station over here at the foot of my bed, but I don't, because that Blue Eddy I'm still struggling with. So, but for me, that's ideal. I have power outlets in all four corners of my bus that is charging everything. It's a very good system for me. Plug and play, no complications. You know I don't do good with complicated electrical stuff. So I made all my curtains out of recycled curtains that I already had, because they were curtains that I carried around from rental to rental because I loved them. The issue is they're sheer. So I bought material from Walmart, which I made my Valances with, and I use that material as a liner. So my curtains are actually triple thick. I've got a double layer of the Valance material and then a single layer of the shears. I also, all of my cab windows have curtains, and only they are actually 4 thick. There's two layers of the shears and 2 layers of the solid color in between. I also made a single layer shear to cover my hatch, my emergency hatch, for aesthetics, and it also works as a screen to keep debris and bugs from coming in the top. Now my Valances, I painted my Valances. It was just a solid green, but I painted the Valances. Basically, that came because I had to disguise rust marks, because when my bus was being heated with propane and the walls and everything were dripping, it rusted my magnets and it bled onto my Valances. So that's how my Valances got decorated. Now, my stool is covered with this really cute skirt. Well, that skirt was actually originally made for a porta potty, so it looked like a footstool instead of a porta potty. I really quickly discovered I didn't like the porta potty. Above the cab is cleaning supplies, dustpans, that kind of stuff. This area isn't metal, so I coated it with 13 coats of magnet paint. It's only a weak grip and holds magnet pictures and light objects. Frame pictures are Velcroed on. Not much going on in the cab. I've got dog toys. Behind that, I have a bag of leashes and harnesses, collars, that type of stuff. Backup camera. Right now, a pile of blankets going to the laundry. Here's my door curtains. I actually made these curtains out of a king-size sheet that I found at the thrift shop. And behind here is paper towel storage, where the motor used to be. And all of my curtains are on magnets, so it's really easy to open and close. Here's my desk. I love my desk. I built a little shelf on the back to hold all that stuff that goes on your desk, but I didn't want to take up my desktop space. I've got my little Nomad internet modem. This is where I eat and work. I love my love seat. I'm actually very proud of this. I am not a builder, but I built this love seat. And mega storage, which is one of the things I really love about it. I always knew I wanted the pull-out pantries. Well, I didn't know where I had room, but I did in the arms. In this side, I've got toiletries and just, you know, bathroom type stuff. Quick grab. On this side, the top one is quick grab canned foods, but the bottom two rows hold all my jeans and leggings. Now when I travel, the back comes off because it is not permanently attached. So it comes out and lays down for traveling. Behind it, I've got this little bar that I attached that keeps it from slipping back into this gap. And this gap is an excellent long storage, a place for brooms, spare boots, just miscellaneous stuff. And I ended up, to make it comfortable, you don't want the back straight up and down. I wanted it to lean back. But when it leaned back, it crunched the curtains and it went flat against the window. So to avoid that, I built this little shelf to keep it from going too far back. And it ended up extra storage. I've got extra wires in here. This is my solar wires. And this is just an extra spare throw. Now, because of the hair, thank you, Echo, everything gets hairy that isn't enclosed. So everything has to be wrapped or it's going to get all hairy while it's in storage. And then the base was a cedar chest that I got from my grandmother. And that, we just open her up, and this is spare food, spare bags, spare cleaning supplies, some books. This is it started out just food storage, but it ended up, I needed it for many things. Anyway, so that's my wonderful love seat. Next to the love seat, down here is the diesel heater. And up here is her control panel for turning on and off and raising and lowering the heat. Right now I have this is where my small blue Eddy is supposed to be. I'm still having issues dealing with the company trying to get it fixed or replaced. That's another video. Here I've got my socks and underwear, and under here I've got some miscellaneous stuff, some quick grab medical Band-Aid stuff, but mostly just some more miscellaneous stuff. Up here is all my electronic type stuff. Now the curtains in the back here are the only curtains that actually come on and off. The rest of them I just, you know, open and shut them. But these ones actually just come off. These were drapes that I loved. In my move, somehow I misplaced a box. So all I had was one panel and two Valances to make these curtains. I barely had enough combining the Valances with the panels and turning them into one curtain. And this is how they used to all look. They had two rows of beads. Those beads were the Valances. So all of the curtains were this design where they had two rows of beads. Well, then came Miss Echo. I'm going to go ahead and take these down for light. Then came Miss Echo, who proceeded to, whenever I was at work, she would chew off more beads. And so it was a training moment, but I lost the beads on all of them except this one. She was finally trained, and I have one curtain left with beads on it. So, and these curtains I lined with a dark curtain that I had before. So I lined these just for extra insulation. Originally, I had these dark covers on my other curtains, and my sister put my valance material, this was before I painted it, she put the valance material behind it, and it made it so the light shines through. And yes, not quite as energy efficient, but I like the look. I sacrifice storage and insulation for aesthetics. That's the beauty of a skoolie, is you can custom make it to exactly what you want. And you might find with time that you change things, like that wasn't worth the sacrifice. But so far, I mean, for me, the whole point of a skoolie was wall-to-wall windows and light. Bed is another great storage spot, and I do not have to drag stuff out to get to stuff in the back because I have 3 great access points. All the stuff that's on the front side of the bed here, I just grab from the front. Anything from the back side, I grab from the back door, and anything towards the end of the bed, oh good, my fly catcher. Anything from the side, I just open the side door and get everything out of the foot of the bed. So I have great storage with my bed. Now, I gave up storage by wanting to leave all my windows exposed. So all of my windows, all my build is below my windows. So my closet is a place where I really lost some potential storage. It's jam-packed. I've got hanging clothes. On the floor beside the hanging clothes, I've got my Swifit supplies for mopping. And over here, I've got some photo albums just stacked along the side. So, and it's limited, you know, but one of my tricks is summer clothes. I can hang several shirts on one hanger. Here we have the kitchen. I've got my refrigerator. I highly recommend insulating these little 12-volt refrigerators. I've got insulation all around the edge and a poofy insulation top. Now, when you're I actually bought a very small one of these, the Alpacool. What I recommend is getting one with the expanded lid top. That way, bottled waters can stand up. It just gives you that extra space to even pile some loose stuff on top. So I love my fridge. It works perfectly for a single person. Got my little laptop. Of course, I pull it out when I'm going to use it. I built this cabinet, and it has a curtain front to sort of camouflage the fact that it is not quite square. My purse, this is for carrying my laptop, and washcloths. Inside is my Jackery that's running my refrigerator. I've got my poop bucket and my pee bottle back there. Underneath back there, I've got 8 gallons of water, the dog food, and the garbage can. And here I have medical supplies in the top drawer and all spare masks, wipes, all that kind of stuff underneath. And other miscellaneous bathroom stuff. Now here's the cabinet. Underneath here I display my mom's paintings and some horse pictures. So in this side, I've got basically water storage and apples. Everything stays cooler underneath here. So I've got 5 gallons up here that just pulls out, and there's my spigot. And I've got 9 gallons of water underneath. We've got your typical silverware drawer. Under here, I've got miscellaneous different food and 3 more gallons of water. In this one, we've got dry goods, you know, aluminum foil, baggies, that kind of stuff. Under here, I've got human and dog snacks. And all my pots and pans. Now, I've got a little frying pan, a small saucepan, a big saucepan, a couple of bowls, a colander, and my Tupperware. My Tupperware is all very small because I don't have that much room in my fridge for leftovers. Here is my portable sink. It's got a little drain. I just pull that out, wash hair, wash feet. I don't use it to wash dishes. I use a spray bottle with vinegar, rubbing alcohol, and water to do that. Up top, I've hung some wire baskets. I strategically place them so that they don't interfere with me opening, shutting the windows or the curtains. I've got my little dish rack that I made back here. Look how tight it holds everything. Stuff just doesn't rattle. And any quick grab stuff that I need to use. Here's my little cooking fan. And that's my kitchen. And I love my kitchen. Another thing is, I originally, like I've seen different bus tours, and you know, they don't have, some of them don't have any clutter or anything, you know, hanging. And then I've seen the tours where people, you know, have stuff that they have to hang because they have nowhere else to store it. And I always imagined that I wasn't going to be hanging stuff because it just adds to the clutter, takes away from the feel of open and clean. But as it is, I ended up hanging stuff. So there's my bus build. Including my electronics and everything, you know, it was, I'd say I'm at about 7,600, and that's including the price of the bus. So you can do it simple. You can do it less simple than I did. And maybe you're someone who thinks, I gotta have a bathroom. That's crazy that she can use the bucket and the pee bottle. Well, then that's what you put into your build. You know, some people can't imagine going without a sink. I am tickled pink not to have a sink. Dishes are a minor chore. Of course, I am just one person. But the counter space without having a permanent sink, you know, the space of not having... I can't imagine what space I would want to give up here for a bathroom. And I certainly don't need a shower. I don't need a shower. I've learned how to live without a shower. Even though I have showers available to me, I probably haven't taken a shower in 2 months because I want to know that I can survive off-grid and be perfectly happy and perfectly clean, and I am. And you want to know the truth, my skin didn't dry out this winter like it normally does. You know, I didn't have to use the lotion to keep from having flaky skin. I mean, I think my body likes not taking showers. It's a luxury. I'm not saying that when I do take a shower, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, this is heaven. I probably will. Okay, everybody. That's it for our bus tour. Everybody stay safe, take care, and we'll catch you next week, hopefully with good electrical, mechanical bus news.